Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. Genesis chapter 39 verse 1 says, Potiphar, an Egyptian who was one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard, bought him from the Ishmaelites, who had taken him there. Genesis chapter 39 verses 2 and 3 continues, The Lord was with Joseph so that he prospered, and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. When his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did. Genesis chapter 39 verses 4 through 6 says, Joseph found favor in his eyes, and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his household. With Joseph in charge, he did not concern himself with anything except the food he ate. Now Joseph was well-built and handsome. Then came temptation. Genesis chapter 39 verse 7. After a while his master's wife took notice of Joseph and said, Come to bed with me. Genesis chapter 39 verses 8 and 9 records Joseph's response, but he refused. With me in charge, he told her, my master does not concern himself with anything in the house. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God? She continued trying. Genesis chapter 39 verses 10 through 12. And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her or even be with her. She caught him by his cloak and said, Come to bed with me. But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house. Genesis chapter 39 verses 13 through 18 tells how she falsely accused him, and then in verses 19 and 20 it says, When his master heard the story his wife told him, he burned with anger. Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined. Yet God was still with Joseph. Genesis chapter 39 verses 21 through 23 says, The Lord was with him. He showed him kindness, and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. The Lord was with Joseph, and gave him success in whatever he did. Just like Joseph, only those who love God with all their heart and soul, keep the commands of Jesus, and do the will of the Father can refuse the temptation of the flesh and have the Lord remain with them. As Jesus said in John chapter 14 verse 23, Anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them.